about mobilizing through the joints and strengthening, so for both upper body and lower body. And yeah, so lots of essential work, and then also working on core strength, but throughout we're very mindful of breath, okay, and engagement of core, so good posture. All right, so if we just take a nice deep in breath and reach up, inhale, and exhale, just come back. And whilst you're doing this, you're engaging through pelvic floor and deep abdominals, okay? So you're standing firmly with the feet hip distance, and you're breathing in through the nose on the way up and breathing out as you come down. Okay, so we're going to breathe in and breathe out. We're going to come up onto the toes as we reach up, and then we're going to come down through the heels and give ourselves a little hug. So we're coming down, bending the knees, in breath up, exhale down, in breath up, and exhale down. So a little hug and a reach, and a hug and a reach, all with the breath and the core. And we'll do one more of those, and then come down, and then just take those shoulders back and round, loosening off. I can certainly feel that from the paddling I did yesterday. I didn't do loads of paddling. And then take the hands on top of the shoulders and then circle around. Breathe. Okay, and just loosen the hands off. Soften the knees and take a twist. And as you twist, you can pivot through the foot. So you come onto the ball of the foot, one of the feet, and pivot if you want. And we just gradually try to increase that range, so we're mobilizing through the spine. All right, same time, a little bit into those hips and the arms. Arms are quite relaxed, and we're breathing. All right, we're going to bring the arms up, and now we're going to sweep all the way around. Up, round, same direction. Arms are nice and strong. Breathe. So you take it to a range that feels good for you. We're articulating that spine. We're getting everything moving. Let's really work all the way through. We're going to change direction either at the top or the bottom. And we're going to sweep around. Arms are nice and strong. All the way up. All the way around. Softening knees where you need. Breathing throughout. And one more. All right, good. Step the feet out. Turn the toes out. And then take it into a wide leg squat. So the knees and the feet aligned. And as we squat down, we reach down. As we come up, we reach up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Core engaged, pelvic floor, deep abs. Relax your neck, relax your gaze. Keep focused on your core and your breath. Okay, opening up, in breath. On the way up, exhale through. Taking the arms through as far as feels good for you. Gradually increasing that range. Okay. And then keeping those feet out, come down. Take a hand to the inside of one thigh and maybe the elbow to the other, and just gently press against that one leg. Okay, and maybe you'll feel a little bit more stretch into those inner thigh muscles, and then change, press. Okay, and then tuck the toes in and come up and stretch the arms out. So we're going to do the standing saw, which involves a twist on the in-breath and an exhale to reach. So we're now starting to feel the body is a little bit more pliable. Okay, we've created a little bit of body heat, and we've opened up connective tissues. All right, and now we can maybe start to move a little bit more freely. In breath, you twist, and exhale, you reach. Always thinking about that breath, core, And then working with your body. Rotate through your back hand, draw the shoulder in towards the spine, in breath, twist, exhale, reach. Okay, and then come up and then turn, so that we're going to be with the left foot forward, and step the right foot back, and bring the heel up, and bring the knee up, and then reach down. You don't have to reach down, we could just bring the knee up, yeah, and come back like this, or you can reach down. Knee comes up, reach down if you want. And then the back hand, the same leg that's on the floor, that arm goes back. The leg that goes tapping back, the hand comes down. So a little bit of Sunday morning brain gym. And last one. And then we're going to change legs. So you set up with your right leg forward, you bring your left knee up, and we can tap back with that left foot. We can also take the left hand to the floor, giving us a little bit more stretch. Breathe. Keep that core engaged, lift the chest as you come up, keep the standing leg strong. This is working into the hips. And back to the legs. Last one. Okay, good. Take your feet so they are the width of the mat, maybe, or a bit narrower. And then we're going to reach out and send the hips back. So into a squat. As you come up, maybe draw the arms back, maybe form a fist in the hands to create a little bit of tension. Breathe. I'm doing an in-breath down, and then exhale as I come up. Keeping my chest lifted, keep my belly strong, sending my hips back, checking that my knees and my feet are aligned. Breathe. You could try coming up onto your toes as you come up into that squat. Come up from the squat. Reach out as you send the hips back. Toes, if you want to work the calves. Let's try a couple more and then release. All right, good. So we're getting a little bit of work there into the hips. So have you got something you can perform some dips on? A chair, bench, seat, sofa. If not, you can do it on the floor. I'm going to go to the sofa here. Try not to get too comfortable. Keep my hips close, keep my abs strong, and go in, breath down, flex at the elbow, breathe out to press, to work through my triceps, shoulders, a little bit into chest muscles. If you do want to take the feet forward, further forwards for a little bit more resistance, make sure you still keep your hips close. You could always take one foot forwards and have it lightly on the floor. You could always lift that leg off the floor. Breathe, in, breath down. Don't switch off from your center. Obviously, if you're doing the one leg job, then make sure you change that leg. Breathe. In, breath down. Exhale, push. Last few reps. 3, 2, 1. And up we come. Okay, so have you got a wall that you can use to perform a wall sit? All right, so set yourself up with that. All right, maybe if you can't see me, you can hear me, but you know what you need to do here. So I've got my feet a little bit wider than hip, and I bring my hips down level with my knees. I'm pressing firmly into the wall with my back and my hips, and I'm keeping my core nice and strong. I'm just going to sweep the arms up and down. Okay, so we just got to focus maybe a little bit more because we're adding a little bit of work here. Breathe. This is the sort of thing that you could also add some hand weights to. Okay, any of these exercises really, you be adding some hand weights too, or a lot of them certainly. Okay, hug the body, open up the chest, hug the body. So exhale, hug, inhale. You can sit here all day, right? Breathe. So isometric contraction here into those quads, pelvic floor deep, abs engaged. Keep breathing. And we'll do one more. See if you can hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. All right, nice. Excellent stuff. Get some breath. Come to the back of your mat. Feet hip distance. Have a drink when you need it. We'll do a roll down now. So this is all good to work through the spine sequentially. Bring the chin to the chest. Start rolling down from your neck and your shoulders. Don't let your hips stick out. Knees can be soft where you need. Roll it down. Don't let the hips stick out. And breathe. Start bending the knees. So those hands, where can you take them? It depends on how that's feeling for your back, for your legs. All of that, they could go to the floor, to the feet, to the legs. Bend one leg, stretch out through the other. Bend the right leg and take the left arm up, straightening up through the left leg. And breathe. And change, bend the left leg, straighten up through the right leg. Twist and breathe. Come back. Bend those knees a little bit more. Take the hands to the thighs and lift your chest. So you're arching through your spine and you're pulling your abdominals deep and you're taking an in-breath. And now on the out-breath, we're going to round your back and scoop your belly in. Really accentuate that. Now bend the knees, inhale, look up, lift the chest, and the tailbone away. Now scoop the belly in, round the back. On the in-breath, look up. Chest lifts. Exhale, draw the abs deep, tuck the tailbone, tuck the head. In-breath, look up. And exhale, scoop the belly around the back and then roll all the way up. So just a little bit of work there with your cat stretching, and we're reaching up. Stretching up onto toes maybe. Finding a bit of balance. Now as you come down through your heels, start to do a roll down again, but this time keeping the arms up and over by the ears. Roll down. Walk the hands out. And then come to down dog. Keep the hips high. Keep the heels up. And now pedal the heels up and down. So we're stretching out through the back of the legs here. At the same time, loading those shoulders, but the more you build that strength and the more flexible you are, building that flexibility, you're going to find this more restful. So keep the core engaged, keep the hips high. Okay, come to a high heel down dog. And on the out breath, try to stretch your heels down. Push the floor away. So anytime this feels too much, remember you come down to your knees and rejoin us. So we're going to come back forward to a high plank now. We're going to load the shoulders, heads well over the hands. Okay, and we're going to breathe. Then from here, we're going to bend the knees and send the hips back to an iron dog. So pushing the floor away, and then we're coming back to your high plank. Bend the knees, iron dog, push, and then back. Abs stay strong. Push back, and then come back. Push back, and then high plank. One more. High plank, down dog. Okay, we're going to step forwards with your left foot. So bring that as far forwards as you can. Okay, and stretch your left leg away. If it feels too much in this position, bring your knee to the floor. Try to make sure that your knee and your ankle are aligned. Your left leg is forward, so that means we're taking your left hand up and we're rotating round and we're getting a stretch there. And we're breathing. Bring those hands back. If you can, push back down dog, otherwise just come to knees, take a breather. Then we're going to step your right foot forward. So I've done this so many times that I know what's happening. I'm bringing my foot forward between my hands. Maybe it'll take you a couple of steps to get there. Knee can be down where you need. Remember, the knee, the ankle aligned, not pushing the knee over the toe. Knee can be down, that back knee if you can. If you want to, take your right hand up with your right leg forward. Push the floor away and breathe. Come back. Down dog if you can. Child's posture where you need. Take some breath. Breathe. Okay, so we're going to send the weight forwards again, high plank, and we're going to come down to a press up as low as you can. You're going to push up, and then as you go back to down dog, you're going to reach towards your foot. Place the hands back, come to press up, knees down where you need, and then you're going to reach to the other foot, or shin, or knee. So we do a press up, and then we come back. Heads well over the hands on the press up, hips high as we go up into that down dog. But remember, you don't have to do any of this stuff. You can come to your knees, perform your press up. Okay, take a breather, do another press up. Just keep good form. Heads well over the hands on those press ups. Working the chest, the shoulders, and keeping that core nice and strong. Breathe. The last couple of repetitions. I'll count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and knees. And stretch back. All right. So take some breath there, deep and wide into your back. And whilst you're on the floor, walk your hands round to your right hand side and feel that stretch down the left hand side of your spine. Breathe. Walk round to the left. Same thing. Breathe. Come up onto your high kneeling position. Okay, so make sure that your knees are comfortable as you step your right foot forwards. Go into hip flexor stretch here. So we want to send that left knee back. We want to sink down. Okay, and we're going to see if it feels all right to lift up through the arms, down the chest. And then we're going to continue to take it into a little back bend, if that feels all right for you. Remember to come out of this at any point you need. You can also place hands on the knee. I'm going to sweep my left hand back. I'm going to try and reach for my heel, and then I'm straightening out a bit through my right leg, and I'm reaching up and over with my right arm. And then I'm going to come up to straighten the leg, draw the toes up, push the heels away, track the hands down the leg or the floor to stretch out those hamstrings. And I'm breathing. Okay, and then from there I'm going to bring that foot back. We're going to step the right foot to the left side of the mat, place the hands on the floor, and let the right knee gently drop down and send the left leg away. Now, this is into pigeon posture, so the focus here is maintaining that alignment, okay, and opening up the hips, not stressing the knees. So if your knee is really not liking this, you can lie on your back and do a figure of 4 stretch, okay, which is this one here, okay, pull it in. Breathe. If we're in pigeon, keep active in that back leg. Fold forwards if that feels good. And breathe. Stay with your breath. And then come back. So if you're in figure of 4, you need to roll round. And then we're all going to go to down dog. And if it's too much down dog, we're in child's posture. And we're breathing. Okay, so from here, we're going to go to a 1 leg down dog. We're going to lift up. Now, if that feels too much there, come to your hands and your knees and reach your leg back and then tuck in. That's what we're doing if we want to be on the knees. Otherwise, we're going up into down dog and then tuck in this position. Okay, so we're either 1 leg down dog, in breath away, and then tuck. Otherwise, we can also do hands and knees, reach, tuck, reach, tuck. You could also add an arm, an opposite arm to that if you want. And then come back to down dog or to child's posture. And take some breath. And when you're ready, come up to your high kneeling. All right. Definitely getting a bit of heat on this morning. So again, we want to make sure that the knees are comfortable because we're going to get into our hip flexor stretch for the right leg. So we send the right hip back, okay? And we find this position. So remember, with all of these, you can take it to whatever level you want, okay? So this might be enough, making sure the back knee is comfortable. If it feels okay and you can take a wee bit more, then you reach up. Stretch the arms up, lift the chest. That might be enough, and obviously coming out when you need. If you can go and do a bit more, we're going to sweep the right hand back to the back leg, the right leg. And we're reaching back and lifting, stretching the arm up, and then releasing that. And then pushing the heel away of the left foot and drawing the toes up, stretching the hands down. So you're long in the spine, hands down the leg or to the floor. And then we're getting a stretch through those hamstrings. Breathing. And then release. We're going to then have the foot, the left foot underneath the knee, step it across to the right side of your mat and come down to pigeon posture. Otherwise, lying on the back, on your back, and then figure of four stretch. Okay, so find that position for you. Remember, we've got to keep that alignment, so we need to keep the back leg active in your pigeon posture. You can either be ball of the foot, which is what I'm doing, or you can go up to the top of the foot. And then fold, if that feels okay for your knees. Remember, the focus is to open the hips. All right, stretching all around the glutes. Breathe. And then come back. And if you are in your figure of four, make sure you're rolling around and then coming around, and we're either going to get into down dog again, or you can go child's posture. Draw the belly in, hips are high in down dog, or if you're on your knees, we're here. Okay, so we're in down dog. We're going to do one leg comes up and then tuck, and breath up, tuck. Otherwise, on the knees, and then leg, and then tuck. Leg away, and then tuck. We can also add arms to that. Okay, breathe. Keep your core switched on. Try and get as much range out of your body as you can. If you're doing that single leg down dog, breathe in to reach back, breathe out to tuck. And last one. Take the knees a little bit wider, everyone. Stretch back, child's posture. Take some breath into your back, deep and wide. Maybe release the back of the hips a little bit more here. And then we're going to come onto your forearms. And then we're going to step back towards the width of the mat. And we're going to be in a low plank. And we're going to saw that body back and forth. If that feels too much, bring a knee down, okay? And just hold your plank, or both knees down, and hold your plank. Breathe. Try and hold that position. So if you're able to keep your knees off the floor, then I want you to twist the hips down. If you're not liking that, just hold the plank. If you're not liking that still, knees can be down. And you can swap from knee to knee. Be gentle with those knees. So we're trying to maintain the same height with the hips. We need to readjust the feet every now and again. So we can do that. So this is going to, as well as drawing deep in through your transverse abdominis muscles, those deepest abs, we're also working into the oblique side of your abdominal wall. Breathe. Come back and you hold it. Breathe, taking a breather where you need. So we can either have the knees off the floor, lift a leg, tap it down 3 times slowly, and then change legs, or we can have a knee down, do the same thing. Yeah. Stay strong. Keep good form. So we do 3 on each leg. Send the heel away. Breathe into the ribs. Keep changing 3 times, tapping. We're going to perform this 3 times on each leg.
If we can, remember knees down where you need. Keep the hips the same height. Stay with your breath. And then come down. You can go down dog if you want, or you can stretch back child's posture. Take some breath. Okay, great. Come down now to lie on your front. And stretch your arms out. So we're stretching out nice and long. So you're going to feel everything switched on. Thighs are on, abdominals are on, hips are into the floor. Right arm, left leg. Lift. Hold for a moment, come back down. Left arm, right leg. Lift and extend. Come back down. Both arms and legs. Lift. Come back down. Right arm, left leg. Lift. Lower. Left arm, right leg. Lift. Lower. If you can, all the limbs. Lift. Lower. So right arm, left leg. Lift and lower. Left arm, right leg. Lift and lower. And if we can, all the limbs. Come back down. Right arm, left leg. Reach. Make sure you're breathing. Left arm, right leg. Reach. Abs pulled in. All the limbs. Lift. Come back down. Two more. Lift. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. And then all the limbs. Come back down. Last set. Right arm, left leg. Reach. Make sure that you're not straining your neck. Left arm, right leg. Fingertips away from toes. All the limbs. Lift. And come back down. And take the arms out to the side. Turn the head to your right. Take some breath. Okay, if we can, from here, turn the head again, lift it off the floor, lift the arms and the legs off the floor. Sweep the arms forwards, exhale. Inhale, draw them back. Exhale, sweep them forwards. Inhale, draw them back. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, back. Keep the belly strong. If you can, you're keeping your feet lifted. If that's too much, don't do that. If it's too much to bring the arms forwards, just bring them level with your shoulders every time. Use your breath. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, back. Last time, and then we're bringing the hands right back, and then we're going to try and interlace the fingers. And we're going to see if we can stretch. Stretch the toes. Stretch the hands back. Pull the belly in. Lift the chest. And then release. And then take some breath. Now kick your right heel up. Draw your knees together and reach for that foot. If that's too much, roll onto your side. Send the hip bones down. Pull the heel up. Breathe. And release. Knees together, kick the left heel up. Reach either on your front or your side. And breathe. Now, you know what's happening now? We can either do both legs together or switch back to doing the opposite leg again. Okay? If we're doing both together, then we're trying to develop that. So we try to lift the chest. We try to lift the knees. We try to open up front of the body, working those back extensors. As if you're trying to straighten out through your legs. Maybe rock it and roll it. And then release. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. And then push back. You can do down dog if you want, or you can go back child's posture. Breathe. Deep and wide breaths into your back. Okay, we're going to come around to roll onto the back. And we're going to bring the heels in. Okay, so your feet are hip distance apart, and you're going to place your hands on the floor. Okay, and your chin slightly tucked, so you've got length through the back of your neck. And just take some breath there, deep and wide. Now on the in-breath, I want you to arch that spine, creating more of a gap there in that lumbar spine. And on the out-breath, imprint your spine, and then continue to peel your spine up and off the floor. And lift your hips and breathe. Okay? Take your arms up and over your head. Take a nice deep in-breath. And exhale to come back down. But keep the hips up if you can. If you're not liking that, then just keep the hips on the floor all the way. As those arms are going back, be aware of not flaring up through the rib cage. Keep the body nice and still. Breathe. Keep the collarbones nice and wide. Breathe in to reach back. Breathe out to come back down. Keep the hips lifted. And as if you're holding a cushion between the knees. Stay with that breath. And next time we come down, let's just come back down. Okay, and then just bring the hands up. Reach, come back down. Inhale. And then curl up. Come back down. And curl up. So we can either continue with this one, or we could bring one knee up to a knee fold and change that every time. So we're really just crunching up, lifting the chest. In-breath, arms up and over. Exhale, you can come to knee fold or keep those feet on the floor. We're going to do two more. Last one. And then you're going to hug your knees into your chest. And just circle your knees out and round. Changing direction. Just loosening off through the hips and the abdominals. Okay, curl yourself up now. Roll up. Now, we're going to sit with your feet hip distance apart, sit as tall as we can, and take the hands back. Now, those hands, you can have them either as I'm doing, fingers facing forwards, if possible. If you're not liking that, find a position where the hands can be out, side, back, whatever. So we're going to lift the hips up to tabletop, okay? Right, so we're going to push up. Okay, so we lift, load those shoulders, come back down. In breath. Try and get as much lift as you can. Breathe. Send the knees away, lift the hips. Open the chest so as you come up, lift, send the shoulders back. Breathe. Don't strain the neck, so just look where it feels good for you. So we're pushing up into that tabletop as much as you can. Position your hands where you need to try and get that lift. Breathe. So, if you want a little bit more, rise up and hold up and take the leg out and lift. Otherwise, continue lifting and lowering with the hips only. Remember to take a breather where you need. Otherwise, we're lifting that leg up. Come back down. Take some breath. Little breather. Chest is open. Lift again. If you can, straighten a leg. Lift. Keep the hips lifted, abs nice and strong. And then come down. And release those legs and release those arms. Stretch your arms forward, sit tall, pull your abs in, push your heels away. Spine stretch, in breath, chin to chest, roll down. Reach for your legs or your feet. And just breathe. Okay, so from here, we're just going to take your left leg forwards and keep your right foot in. So draw that in. See how that feels for you. All right, breathe. Now take your left hand down your leg, or maybe to your foot. Take your right hand up, And reach it up. And reach it up and over your ear. And stretch as if you're reaching this hand up and over the ear. And then you're trying to reach it forwards. So we should feel that stretch into the right side of the body there. Same time, left leg hamstrings, thighs are on. Keep reaching long, but keep lifting that right side up. And then release. We're going to swap legs. We're going to have the right leg long. And draw the left foot in. Okay, make sure that's comfortable on that knee, so take your foot further forwards if it's not, or you can also just release it completely. Yeah. I'm going to stretch my right hand down my leg, okay? Or if I can, or if you can, you take it to your foot. So we want to twist to the left and reach the left hand up and over the ear. Keep it lifted so we're not dropping down like this. We're trying to lift side on. And we're trying to stretch towards that foot. Don't stress the knee. Breathe. And then release. And then we're going to take both legs out as wide as we can. Okay, so inner thigh stretch here. Toes up, heels away, roll the thighs out externally. Place the hands down your legs, pull your abdominals in, and draw your chest towards the floor. And breathe. So just keep with that breath. Try to get a little bit more range. Walk over to your right leg, hands down your leg or the floor. And a bit more hamstrings. Breathe. And change legs. Legs or floor. And breathe. And as you come back to the center, can you place your hands behind your head? Draw your elbows back and pull your abdominals in. If that feels too much, let's take the hands in front of the head. Okay, don't strain your neck. Come down to your right, look up to your left, come back on the in-breath and then same to the other side. So we're trying to get that elbow down to the knee or further or even down towards the floor. Abs stay strong, thighs on, toes up, heels away. Every time, use your breath, exhale down, inhale center, try and get as much range as you can. Remember, hands can be behind or in front. Trying to get as much range out of the body, work into those obliques. And last time, when you come to the center, can you reach the hands up? Pull the belly in. Obviously, if you've had too much, just take a breather. Stretch forwards as if you're reaching for something. If you do this with a partner, it's great, because then you can go back and forth like that. Yeah, feet inside, one person's legs inside and then the other. But hey, I don't know what's happening for you. Breathe. Take the hands out to the legs or the feet. And then release. So we're going to bring those feet in. All right, and we're going to bring the heels in towards your body as tight as you can. All right, so sitting tall if you can and breathing. Now take your thumbs and try to open up the feet. Okay, so you take the thumbs onto the balls of the feet there. All right, and then as you do that, the elbows then should come down into the inside of the thighs. Okay, and then we're trying to press down. Again, if you've got partner, you know, you can just get them standing on your knees. No, I'm joking. That was back in the old days. All right. All right, and then we can draw the chest down if possible. So that's a spine stretch as well. Breathe. And release. And shake out. Swing round onto your front. Set up so your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And you're drawing your abdominals in. Now we're going to look up, inhale, and send the tailbone away. And on the out breath, we're going to tuck the tailbone and round the back. In breath, away. Exhale to your cat. And in breath, away. Tuck the tailbone, rounding the back. So from here, neutral spine. Take some breath. If you can, we're going to take the hands to the front of the mat and push up to down dog. If you don't want that, then just walk your hands to your knees and then roll up. So if we're in down dog, let's just do one last stretch for the back of the body, opening up the shoulders from away from the ears, lengthening through the spine and breathing. Now walk your hands to your feet, keep everything switched on, tuck the head in. And roll it up. Really slow. And we stack. And come back round to where we began. Stretching your right arm up. Now really stretch that up high. And then over to the side. And then change. And reach up. And now keep reaching it high. And then side bend. And release. Take the hands onto the small of your back. Okay, squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. And turn the head. And the other side. And again. And again. And then release. Take a nice deep in breath up. And exhale down as we did at the beginning. And then breath up. And as we come down, a little hug. Bending the knees in, breath up. And exhale down. Roll your shoulders and shake those arms and feet. All right. There's Bella just finishing off. A snooze. Well done. That's it.